Hey guys, so today I am rocking my Teddy Blake New York bag. This is one of my favorite luxury handbags, and the great thing that I love about Teddy Blake New York is number one, they're based out of New York and I'm from New York, and they offer quality, affordable luxury bags. They use Italian hand-picked leathers on all their bags, and their bags are made in the same exact factories as those expensive designer bags. Honestly, some of those really big brands that you're paying for, you're literally just paying for the name. This quality is everything. If you guys take a look at my clutch that this bag comes with, it's a beautiful suede leather bag. The engraving with the Teddy Blake is a beautiful code. This bag came so beautifully packaged. I love the quality. I've had this bag for months now, still in great condition. I wear it a lot. I love my bag. It could hold a lot of stuff, even though it's a medium-sized bag. And a great thing that they're doing right now is that every single order on their website, they give $10 to the UN Foundation for COVID-19 Response Fund. They have already raised up to $7,000. So if you guys want to be a part of a great cause, make sure you shop Teddy Blake. It's a win-win. You get a beautiful luxury quality handbag and you're giving back. And I love that you could wear this bag so many different ways. You could wear it over the shoulder, or you could go ahead and rock it on one arm. I love this bag. I get so many compliments. And another great thing is they offer so many different styles, varieties, textures, colors. So make sure you shop with Teddy Blake New York. Check out my description box down below to shop with them. And let's get into today's video. Hey babies, what's good? It's your girl Chanel and I am back with another video. Now this is another very highly requested video that people do have for me. So if you guys do not follow my other channel that I am on, is Chanel and On My Life TV, and I do have a couple channel over there, and a lot of my followers on that channel has had a lot of questions about why I moved out of Atlanta, Georgia. So if you guys don't know a little bit about me, I am from New York City. I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised. I lived there for like I'm 25. I lived there for practically my whole life. I moved to Miami for college, lived there for like 2 years, lived in Los Angeles for about 5 months, and I moved to Atlanta for 1 year. So I just want to say this video is not to bash Georgia or Atlanta, because I know there may be a lot of people that might come to this video that were born and raised in Atlanta and they love it, or people who've moved there from all over the world and they love it, but it just wasn't a place for me. So I'm going to tell you guys some of the things that made me move there, what I did like about it, and then I'll get into why I left and why I would probably never live there again. So a couple of reasons why I really wanted to move there is because I'm from New York City. So you guys know that in New York, rent is real high, okay? Like, listen, what you're gonna get out there, you probably gonna live in somebody's basement or like in a room in their condo in New York. So New York is very high price. So one of the main things that even attracted me to Atlanta was the rent cost. And you know, the buildings are cute. They have high rises like down in Buckhead and stuff like that. And when you look at the prices and compare them to New York, at the time I'm like, yo, this is lit. Like, we need to be over here. So, and also the whole process of getting an apartment in Georgia is a lot easier. Like in New York, they need to know a lot. Like they want first, last. Like the moving process and living process and even apartment shopping process is so much more difficult in New York City. And at this time, I really wanted to hurry up, get my first condo and just move in and just experience high-rise living. And I was looking at Atlanta costs and just looking at the process, and I'm like, you know what, I need to go there. So that's one of the main reasons. Then number two is actually a very, well, I'm not gonna say I haven't been all over Atlanta, but a lot of the main parts, like the city, as far as like Buckhead and stuff, which is where I technically lived and spent most of my time, it's actually very clean. Like, I'm sure it's probably some like ghetto parts or parts that's not clean, but overall the state of Georgia, many parts are very well kept. And in comparison to New York, you go outside, there's garbage all over. It's very dirty. I'm not gonna lie, I love my city, but I felt like it was a lot cleaner out there. It really was way cleaner. And those are like the two things that really attracted me, and that it was something different. And I knew that a lot of people were moving from New York to Atlanta, and I just thought something good was gonna come out of this, you know. Nothing bad happened, but it just is not for me. So after living there for a year, I really started to feel like, okay, I'm definitely not made out to live in the South. Like, I'm not a South girl. Like, at the end of the day, people look at Atlanta like it's like a city and things like that, but at the end of the day, it really is still the South. And a lot of people are coming there and moving there from all over the world. So it's like, it's lit to them. But like, when you're a real like New York native and you're really from there, like, it's just, nothing competes with New York City. So it's just like, everything was different. So one of the first things that I really didn't like after like realizing like, okay, this is not for me, is that it's not a walkable state. Like, in New York, you could literally walk any and everywhere. Like, with your 2 feet, you could get from Brooklyn to Manhattan. If you're really crazy, you could walk from Brooklyn to Queens. Like, your 2 feet could get you real far in New York. And if you're not even gonna walk, you could get on the train. They have mass transportation. So the number one thing that really started to take a toll on me is that it wasn't walkable. And I saw myself like getting very lazy, depending on cars. And it's just like, I was such an active person. Like, I love to be active, I love to walk, I like fresh air, I like to just be out and like just be walking. Like, you don't even realize, like, as a New Yorker, how much walking that you do, which is so good for you, until you literally move somewhere where you walking literally looks crazy. And now there may be some parts where people walk, but what is it, like a very short strip? It's not a walkable state, and it's not up for debate. People might come up here, but like, you could walk. Listen, walking out there is like walking on a highway. Like, you just feel like it's not the right thing to be doing. It's not even that much other people walking. It just felt really weird, and that really blew my mind, because I am such a walker. I'm such a New Yorker. Like, come on, how I can't walk? It was good. Like, literally, you kind of have to get in your car for everything. And I didn't like that. Next is that, like, Georgia is very huge, but like Atlanta, me living there for a year, it just felt small. It felt like very limited things to do. Like, after you see like Buckhead, Lenox, Phillips Plaza, a couple of hookah lounges, the Trap Museum, a couple of, like, what else is there to do? Like, I just felt like it was so small. Like, it's not enough to see, not enough to do. Like, in comparison to New York, it's so much stuff going on. Like, this city is huge. It's like so much stuff going on. Like, I lived in New York for 20 years, and like 20 something years, and it's things that I still haven't seen, things I still haven't done, because there's so much to get to. It's like 24,000 restaurants in New York City alone. Like, it's just a huge city with so much to do. Like, it's even areas in New York City that I've never even been to, and it's such an accessible state. Like, I feel like in Atlanta, I literally went through every little area, and it's just like, everything kind of is just in a circle and connects back together, and it was just small. I just felt like it wasn't enough to do that I'm interested in. I know that I went to like Andretti, little bowling alley, stuff like that, but like, after a while, like, what else was there for me to do? I don't know. I just felt bored. Another thing to me is that it wasn't that diverse. Now, I can't speak for the whole state of Georgia, and I can't speak for everything and everybody. I just want to say what I've been through for the year. It wasn't that diverse, and didn't have that much culture. Like, I didn't see, like, in New York, you're going to see Jews. You're going to see the Chinese people. You're going to see Caribbeans. You're going to see Caucasians. You're going to see Muslims. You're gonna see, like, you just see so many different types of people. Like, if you just walk outside of New York, you're probably gonna see so many different types of people, and like, out there, it's not that diverse. Like, it's just not. And I'm so used to that. Not that much culture to me. Like, I guess the culture is just like the rap culture with like artists trying to come up or whatever, but besides that, I'm not really sure what their culture is. Like, Southern food, like, I don't know, but it just seemed very limited, you know. It's 5, so like I said, it's not walkable, so you have to get in a car for everything. So there's lots of traffic. Like, getting to places are hard. And don't get me wrong, New York City traffic is nothing to play with. Like, them yellow cabs is annoying. Rush hour is crazy. Like, you don't want to be driving in New York either. Like, everywhere has a rush hour, I'm not gonna lie, but the problem is with out there is, like, you literally have to have a car to get to certain places. So like, in New York, if you know you got a car, you know you got to be somewhere, you don't even have to technically take your car. You could literally get there with like half the time on the train. Even if you don't want to get on the train, at the end of the day you have that option during traffic. Like out there, it's not an option. Like you're either gonna drive in this traffic or you're not gonna get to your destination till it died down. I don't know. I've never seen so much drive-thrus in my life. Like they literally want to keep you sitting down in your car. Like, gotta be in traffic for forever. You have to drive you have to drive everywhere. And it's like, if you go to the bank, oh, drive through the bank. Go to a pharmacy, oh, look, you drive through the drive-through. Kroger even had like a little drive-through pickup. Like, you could drive through the liquor stores. Like, I seen so much drive-through cleaners. Yo, they had so much. I've never seen that stuff. Like in New York, it's barely drive-thrus. There's New York City is barely drive-thrus. Like I'm sure there's some, but everything is not a drive-thru. Out there, it's like everything you're driving through, and it's like, okay, I actually do want to walk. I want to be active. I want to be moving to the south. I was like expecting some southern hospitality, and I do know that Atlanta has a lot of people there that's not even from there, so it's kind of hard to say this, but like people were barely nice. And like people always try to say like New Yorkers is mad rude, and honestly, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like people out there was very fucking rude. Like they was mad rude. Like I had so many bad experiences out there. Like people attitude was really nasty. Like I literally my whole year living there, I think I only really received some real good southern hospitality like twice, and it both was at the post office. And post office people usually are rude, so I was actually impressed. But every other like any other person that I actually like interacted with was freaking rude. Okay, like there's no southern hospitality there. I'm sorry. It could be because a lot of people that's there now is not even from the south, but those people are fucking rude. Last but not least, the food options and the food is low-key trash. So like people gonna argue with me because first of all, I don't even eat meat, so that's a huge problem. Because living in the south, a lot of like big dishes and cuisines are based on meat. So that's probably why I might feel like I don't like the food. I'm sure there's some great food out there, but like I said, I'm speaking for myself and my experiences. It's not enough options. It's not enough cuisines. It's not enough restaurants. Like I said, I'm coming from a city that has 24,000 restaurants, and like vegan food is a thing because it's a huge in the city with so much different people with so many dietary needs. It's like it's there, the options are there. So like finding vegan food out there was like really hard. And I know I'm gonna have people come on here and probably name the 5 or 6 restaurants that they do have that's vegan, but like I said, comparing that to New York, it's probably like 100 or 200 300 restaurants that's vegan or offer the options. So like I said, the options were very limited. I really had to cook in a lot, which is good because I saved money, but it's just not enough great tasting food. I mean like real top chefs. I mean, I'm not making this up. If you guys know anything about New York, a lot of the top chefs, like top chefs from all over the world, like they would literally do anything in their power to like cook in New York or be that top chef. And like food is big in New York City, and I just feel like it was very limited on the cuisines and just the type of food that you could have. Like I don't always just want southern food. I don't always just want greasy food. I don't always want, like, you get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of fast food too. Like a lot of people eat a lot of fast food, and like in New York City there's fast food, but like there's not strips everywhere you turn would just drive through a fast food. So it was just a lot different, and that's okay. You go places and you live places and you see that it's not for you. And hopefully nobody on here feel away, because it's so much people that talk shit about living in New York or being from New York. I don't ever feel away. Like I didn't create New York City. Why would I care? Like if it's not for you, it's not for you. I always hear people, oh, people in New York so stupid. You rather pay for this, that, oh, rent too high, oh, people rude, oh, it's dirty. Like, okay, it's just not for you, because I literally rather work harder and grind and pay higher rent costs than to live in the South and just be bored and not be able to walk, not be able to be active, not be able to be around culture, diversity, fast pace, a city that never sleeps. Like that's what you're paying for when you live in New York. So people need to realize that. Like it's not, you have to understand, it's a crowded city. Real estate is crazy. People are literally like they would do anything in their power to move or just visit. Like, it's a huge city with a lot to see, a lot of opportunities. The pay is different, so those are the things that they charge you for. So yes, so that's why I moved out of Atlanta, and I'm probably would never ever move back. I don't hate it, but I just literally, as of right now, I can't see myself living there again. I really don't. So hopefully you guys find this video useful. Hopefully this could help somebody if they plan on moving there, because what I said could either be like, oh heck no, I don't want to live there, like all those things would inconvenience me, and then some people might hear what I had to say and say that shit ain't about nothing, like I want to move there. Oh, sis said they only got this or that. Well, good, that's right up my alley. So like I said, hopefully this video could just help anybody or whatever. So yeah, so I'm a real New Yorker to the core. New York was good. I love y'all so much, and make sure you guys give this video a like, make sure you comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in my next video. You dig?